Volume's got to go up. Sorry if I blew anyone's ears off. It's Lynn from Tinker Tarot. How you doing? You'll never guess where I am. I'm out in the door shed that I built. It's all doors. Wait, that's a door. That's a door. That's how do I point? That's a door. It's all doors all the way around. And the roof is even made of bifold doors, that you'd put in your closet or something like they had in the olden days a lot. So that's so interesting. Let me fix the camera. That's a bit better. Now I can see you straight on. So I'm here to do a general reading for July. And, right away, July was making me think of Julius Caesar. And Julius Caesar, July is named after Julius Caesar. He invented the calendar year, and how many days and which month and all that, so that it worked out right. It he did it by the a solar year. And so and we still use that calendar now to this day, and that's why July is named after Julius Caesar. He Not Romans invented it, he invented that. Roman invented it. And he was a very ingenious person, um to think of that so that they can keep track of the days, because nobody was keeping track of them and they were losing time. They didn't know when it was, and they needed to. So, but he also conquered so many things. He was the first person to conquer Gaul, which was originally France. And no one could ever do it. They tried and tried and tried. And so they said it's undoable. And Caesar did it. He was very strategic, smart person. And so the message I'm trying to get across is, if this month there's you have a goal, there's something you'd like to do, something you'd like to achieve, then I want you to think that it is possible, even though it may seem impossible. You may have to make a plan, be strategic, check things off, figure out, how could I do this? Like, I remember when I wanted to buy a house, okay? But I hadn't worked a steady job. I was jumping around to all different jobs. And so I was working at this one place, and it was a good job. It was a really good job. Um, uh, for, I think at that time, I'd maybe been working there for 5 months, maybe six, and I had a contract and everything. And so, well, I said to my friend, well, they'll never let me buy a house because I've only been at this job for like 6 months, and you have to work 2 years somewhere to get a mortgage. And they said, not if you go to a mortgage professional. Go to one of those places. You may have to pay a slightly higher rate, but you'll still be able to do it. They find you mortgages which you think you could never find. And sure enough, I went and talked to them, and it was doable. I didn't know about it though. But once I started networking, talking to people, told them what I'd really like. And I wasn't even talking like I wanted to achieve it right now. But guess what? It happened right now. All of a sudden, within a month, I could go house shopping with a budget. They gave me a budget. This is how much we'll give you. And so I want you to think about that this month, especially, okay? This is the beginning of the second half of the year. I also want to tell you I got new cards, and I found them very inspiring because they're Tarot of the Old Path, which is based on, well, it even says on the back, the Wicca path, which is Druid, the old, well, it was a matriarchal way back then, but anyhow, so there's the balance, the matriarchal cards with the Julius Caesar. Oh, month. Oh ho ho. And here he is here, kind of, willing to fight for what is just, right? The King of Swords is very strategic. It's funny, I was just saying all that. Very strategic person. I like to think of them in front, sorry about the traffic noise, that was loud. Think of them in front of a chessboard, okay? And figuring out how to win this game, what moves, and even from your very first move, like what pawn do I move? It affects the whole game. So you have to think ahead in that game. It's really cool. And so the King of Swords does that. He thinks ahead. He tries to get a complete clear picture of something before he speaks, before he moves forward, and he'll only accept the truth, and he's after a very just cause, okay? So that is interesting. I was just talking about that. Let's get these cards ready for you. All right, let's see what we have. In the recent past, you have the Fool. I'll show them to you. The Eight of Rods, the Ace of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, and the Five of Rods. So, obviously, with the Fool, we're beginning something new. Okay, we're on a new chapter. We're on a new path. Even though you may not feel you may have done much on this path or gotten very far, but I think at some point, I like to put them like that instead, that things are going to suddenly move very quickly. You will get news, an offer, if you haven't already, of something that you all of a sudden have to act on it. Like the Eight of Rods is, these brooms. Oh, I hate that this is backwards. These brooms are in the air. They've taken off. Things are happening. So this could be travel for you. You could have gone on a trip. You could have started a new job or creative project or something like that. Okay. And you're willing to take a risk, in this. I feel like it's something you may not have done before because it's the Fool, it's new to them, and it could involve relationship. Also, the Ace of Cups is a lot about the self, who we are. Do we respect ourselves? Do we put boundaries down? Are we living a healthy life? And when we care for ourselves, we can care for someone else. We're ready to, right? But the Ace of Cups is also meeting somebody. This you first met somebody and you could be attracted to them. This could be a friend, meaning a new friend, lover, or rekindling a family relationship. So this news, this message you might get could be you meet somebody and you know um then you have the Four of Pentacles and the Five of Rods. This feels to me, the second part of this past, it feels to me like someone's being possessive, possibly. They are competitive, feeling like they're not being heard, perhaps. Like in the Five of Rods, everyone's engaged in battling, but not really listening. They're really intent. Thank you, Val, so much. That's really nice. Thank you. They're very intent on proving their point that they know the right way. Or you, it could be you, Sag. You're very intent on proving your point. Um, but it's making someone perhaps withdraw, maybe keep to themselves. They could be keeping their energies to themselves, maybe their finances, maybe, this person may not share or be generous in any way. Could also be competitive or end in arguments, end in some sort of competitive thing. And I'm not sure if that's exactly healthy, if this is a new relationship. You want trust, you want um to work together, and you want to be heard too, right? You want to be able to listen, and you want to be heard about your ideas, because rods are ideas. And you had the 8 of rods, so I think that maybe it could start out gung ho and be exciting, and whatever it is, a relationship, a project within a relationship. But the 8 of rods is also doing work. It's action for sure. So, but someone may be more leery to to they also don't want to engage in, discussions, or maybe drama or arguing or something like that, because I don't know. It looks like someone is holding things to themselves. This could be their feelings and not wanting to engage. So let's move on to the present. Okay, we have a 3 of Swords, Justice, the Queen of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, and the High Priest. So the 3 of Swords starts out with some sort of deception, disappointment, lie, perhaps, something that you become aware of. Okay. And it may not be in your dynamic, probably is, but it could be around you, happening to a friend, a relative, some sort of deception in some way. And it looks like justice is going to come out of this. It isn't in this card, but right away I felt karma. What comes around goes around. So if someone fools around, they could get fooled around on. And people don't like their own medicine. They do not like it. Or they may lose. You could lose what you have, or they may lose what they have because of this deception, this lie, this trick, whatever it is going on here in the 3. And in the 3, it's also a triangle situation. There's usually 3 people involved, whoever these people may be in the situation. And so there's something that one person is unaware of. In 3s, it's a dynamic where 2 group up and 1 is left out. And people don't try to do this. It's human nature. But there's some sort of justice, and perhaps someone did someone wrong, and now justice is going to come to this person. It could be, it could be something they could have been arrested for, even, with the justice card. It could be having to do with legal situation, right? But I think that if you're the victim here, that you're going to get justice. A fair decision is going to be made in your in your side. So then you have the Queen of Pentacles. So this situation could involve her. And the Page of Pentacles, this is their child, more than likely. The Page of Pentacles is probably the Queen's child, so it could have to do with this. And then the High Priest. All right. And the High Priest is mostly evolving out of a situation, growing out of this. thinking about what do I need to learn about what just happened here, because when we learn, we don't make the same mistake twice. You know, we're the we can see things a lot clearer, and we're able to grow from it. You're welcome. You're welcome, Salt Life. Um, so the Queen of Pentacles, she's usually a financially stable person. She's could be elegant. She could have dark hair. Ah, dark hair. And dark eyes. And then I think that I'm pretty sure this is the child of that person. Sometimes the page represents a message, right? A message of something new. And if anything, I think it's a healing, to tell you the truth, when you have the high priest involved. The high priest is kind of philosophical, deep, higher education, learning something out of this situation that you might have felt like you should have seen this, or um anyway, you grow from it, you learn from it. It doesn't go by without, and the fact that there's justice here too, bringing some sort of fairness to the situation. If anything, I think you're going to gain. You could gain financially, but it could be with this Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles could be female or male, earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. And same with the child, like mother, like son. In this case, could be a daughter too, but I get the male feeling there. Um, yeah, so there's a lot of healing here, it looks like to me, but wanting to see the right thing happen, come out of it, right? Sometimes we go and seek some guidance from someone to figure out what the best way to handle it is. You know, that King of Swords can be a lawyer as well, with all these cards the way they're coming up. So that King of Swords could be a lawyer, because they're very strategic. They figure out how they're going to represent you and how you need what's the best approach and all that sort of thing. So that's very possible that you're getting their guidance or help. Mm-hmm. So you're definitely going to grow from this. And I feel like you're going to move on. You've been wanting to move on. In which way, I'm not sure. Whether it's in a relationship, where you work, the situation, this unjust situation that you get justice with. Um, yeah, because I don't feel you want to be part of this toxicity, or the it's just, like they call it rough waters. You don't want to be in rough waters. You don't want all the struggle, just to be in peace. So you're going to be seeking peace now in your life after you go through whatever the struggle is. And wow. Um yeah, you want out of this, because I think, what I'm feeling, every time you try and help, it's a trap. It's a trap. And you put out a helping hand, or you give someone that ride, or you whatever it is, it's some sort of a trap, and you feel like you haven't gotten anywhere. Maybe they don't appreciate you, something like this. This could be, again, this could be a kid of yours. Someone younger, I feel like. I think this person has good intentions, and so do you. But um, I feel like you try and it doesn't get recognized. If you're a parent, you know what I mean. And I also feel like there's a situation you're willing to leave if it's not um, better, if it's not, because it's got to be fair. It's got to be fair, and you don't want the drama, you don't want lies, you don't want temper tantrums, or you just don't want the baloney, really. I got to tell you. All right. I feel like you're going to express yourself, or they are. And when you're honest, they may not like it. So I don't know. You're feeling like there's something missing. There could be something missing here. I'm going to tell you, whatever you decide to do in this situation, like, you're going to get what you want out of what you do, even though it doesn't feel like, you may have been reluctant up to now to leave a situation, to go full on towards the Fool here, full on towards that new chapter, that new beginning. I think you may have stepped into it. And like I said, I don't even think you may realize you've begun something, but you have, or your new chapter, your new phase. And it may not feel like it, like I'm not doing anything new, everything's the same. But I feel like you have, okay? And the last card, the first card's the Fool, the new beginning. The last card's the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups is success. It's emotional fulfillment. You feel really happy about your choices that you're going to make. And one of these choices may be to leave a situation. The situation that is, it doesn't seem happy in some way. You're not getting what you want out of it. Someone's not being fair, or being deceitful, or something like that. And I feel like you may have lived with it for a while, or worked there for a while, and because I feel like you might have, we all have that invisible line, right? And when someone finally steps over that, because it's probably a line that's pretty far away, you may be a very tolerant person, but once they've crossed that line, it could be a big thing, little thing, anything. That's it for you. That's it. It's like, no, I'm not going to do this. This isn't what I bargained for. This isn't, what the fairy tale was promised. But anyway, so the thing is you're happier for it. You're happier for it. Oh, so let's get some clarity. There's not a lot of Nine of Cups. Like, there's a lot of different decks out there. But in a lot of them, in the nine, the person is by themselves, celebrating alone, looking at their name in lights, or whatever it is. And here, the king, it has someone with him or her celebrating at this time. All the cups are full, very happy. So that's interesting. Anyway, so let's go on. Let's get a little bit of clarity here. A little bit. Where's my phone? I gotta check it. Good. I'm expecting a girlfriend to come and pick up her kayak, which I have here. And but I let her know that I'm doing a reading, so Try not to yell out my name. Hello, where are you? Watch, she'll walk up. Hello, where are you? All right, so tell me what everyone needs to know. Yep. Oh my God, I'm psychic. Hey, I'm doing a video. I'll be out in a couple of minutes. There we go. So, isn't that funny? All right. So, what does everyone need to know? Right in the center is the Queen of Pentacles. This could involve some sort of financial situation, some sort of financial, you may feel like someone was said they'd pay for something and they didn't. So it could have something to do with money. Someone could be very stingy too in this situation. They're not willing to share as much as they say. So, Five of Pentacles right off the bat. And Five of Pentacles is feeling left out of something, like in the Three of Swords. Feeling left out. Other people, or someone is, feeling like other people are out there enjoying themselves and they can't. They have to work. They have to, you know, they can't participate and it's almost like a three-party situation that two get together and one is left out. So feeling not included, left out, that sort of thing. But there is healing coming out of this. Okay. So upon contemplation, one needs to sit and ponder all that is before you. And there is the Three Swords, the problem, the situation that's poking you, and the last sword lays on his lap. And so you may need to retreat, get some time and think about everything, all that you know now, and figure out what is my plan? What are my possibilities? What are my choices in this situation? And I think you're going to think now what's best for you. You're going to protect yourself. All right. Somebody wants to protect themselves. So they are going to really think about their next move. Three of Cups. This is successful. So this is this is so far your second wish card. And I like to think the Three of Cups as the initial celebration. Something's going right. It turns out I made the right choice, out of the Four of Swords. I thought about it first before I acted, and now this is a good decision. I think your good decisions are the hard ones. These are the hard ones where it's not spontaneous. It's where you need to. And it's good to say to people, I'm not sure. I can't do it right now, or I can't tell you right now. I have to think about it. It's good to do that. So this is successful. This is initial celebration on your way to achieving the goal. This is the first part of the goal, first part of the plan achieved. Okay. And this brings healing. The star is also about having faith in a situation, just believing and not being brought down by the baloney or the bull, the bull crap. Letting it go, letting something go here and welcoming in positive things, good things for yourself, changing the flow. All right, you're changing the flow. The star is also a wish card. And so this is your third wish card. But the thing is that something needs to be released, and then something good, nourishing, healing comes in, positive comes in, but something needs to be released, I think. All right. So, doing what you doing? Okay. I'm going to cheat here and do a couple of cards from the cartomancy. So, what does everyone need to know in this situation? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Oh, we have a few droppers. First of all, the Eight of Clubs. This is business talk, job talk, creative talk. It's really creative and entrepreneurial even, and it's also an action card, but it's business talk, talking about business, and it's with the King of Diamonds. This could be about money. This could be your banker, that mortgage guy I was telling you, or girl, I was telling you about. This person's good with money. There could be an older gentleman with gray hair, green eyes, maybe gray eyes. But this person's usually mature, and I feel like you're going to be doing business talk with this person of some sort. We got one more card. And this is the tears card. And I think it's good at this time because the Eight of Clubs and the King of Diamonds are positive cards. This is strategizing. This is making a plan. All those things I was talking about. And these are tears of joy. I'm very sure. Okay, I'm going to cut the cards. Cut them. Oops. All right. So there's some steps in love you're trying to take. Could be lover, friendship, some sort of relationship, someone you care about. Hold on, Leia, get out of there. And this is you're talking and trying to improve a relationship. Okay, you're trying to improve this. You're trying to maybe get over what's worrying you. There's something worrying you. All right, and you're trying to get past, grow past, work that out, take steps about what's worrying you in this relationship. And I think this can be successful, but this is important to you. You need to deal with these things before you can be closer and connected again. All right. And the last card, she'll just have a cigarette and wait for me. She's good like that. Okay. What does everyone need to know? Wow. So the two people that are in this is the King of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. We've got an air sign. The King of Swords could be Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. It doesn't have to be. But I feel like it's someone that is advising you. Like I said, this King of Diamonds, strategize with you. This person also may tell you things you don't want to hear, but you like that. You want honesty. You want someone that's straightforward, that tells it like it is. You want to hear the truth, even if you don't like it. I want to hear the truth. Okay, tell me. Geez, it's in there somewhere. Where are you? What does everyone need to know for July? It's about conquering, getting through something, getting to that goal that you want to get to, even if you're not sure what it is right now. Oh, we're getting close. I'm going to pick one soon if it doesn't jump out. I'm just going to pick one random. 3 more shuffles. 2, 3. Oh, no, that's the bottom. No, I think it's right in there. Okay, relax and hold. Relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. Wow. Look at her in the middle of all that light. It looks like, though, she's on her mark. You know, when you're on your mark, get set, go. It kind of looks like she's on her mark. She's getting ready for something, to react, to move, to, you know. Hold on. Let me find there it is. What number is that? 26, which is an 8. That is a common number in your reading today. Okay. To okay. How long is this one? It usually has a synopsis. I'll kind of peruse through it. You are being asked to allow yourself to be lifted out of one level of known reality and into the next level of higher voltage reality. And that's what I'm saying. You're going to grow from this, you're going to evolve from this. Um, the higher voltage requires a more absolute trust and a heart that is surrendered into the greater heart of the universe so that life can happen to us, through us, and with us more quickly, more radically, more beautifully, and more boldly. You are now being invited into this new reality where things happen quickly according to the bold, loving optimism. This is a reality not only of potential, but of manifestation of the great, big, cosmic yes. So, again, this is reminding me of Caesar and something that seems difficult or something that seems beyond reach or something you might be reluctant to do is within your reach. You can have it, you can do it. Okay. To access this reality, you need to leap from known waters, and others may think you're crazy for doing this. You have to leave behind the dark, weighty grip of hesitation, procrastination, and second guessing, and the belief you have to do everything on your own. You may fear for your life. How will you be safe in the wild electrical pulse? How will you function? How will you hold yourself back if you don't hold on to fear? You do not need to worry about such things. Life is wild, but also wise. This invitation to shift gears and jump on board the express train of life will feel exhilarating, like the Fool, and also challenging. When you're in the hold of darkness, you will feel pushed to turn away, to imagine it's too much, and to create excuses about how your desires aren't grounded enough, that you are being too flighty or flaky, or that you're not living in the real world. This is fear talking, not truth. Okay? If the sacred rebel is not awakened, we will continue to live in a culture drenched in fear and distrust of nature. Those without awakened hearts don't yet understand what nature knows. She knows timing, she knows life and death, she knows the creative process. She just knows. Um, this means being free to act and affirm the intuitive feelings that we have by following up on them. This is painting like someone else has lost their mind, completely free and from the heart. It means writing, even though you have no conscious idea of what you're writing, even as the words are streaming forth upon the page before your curious eyes. It means speaking about your work and never hiding it. Allow it to breathe the fresh air and be held in the gaze of another. Detach from the darkness in order to be worthy of a place in the world. So you are asked to go within and imagine diving deep off the edge of what you have known. Think about that. Dive deep off the edge of what you have known. There is so much more calling to you now. It's your time. Leap. And I bring you back to the Fool again, which is exactly what the Fool takes: a risk. Don't know what's going to happen. Don't know what's out there. Don't know. There's no guarantee. I'm going to take a risk. I just have to, right? This person is holding steady, but when the time to move, light, when the cone comes off, ready, on your mark, on your mark. That's what I should call the video, on your mark. Okay. So, what does she have around her neck there? I'm not sure. But anyway. Well, anyway, guys, I hope you get something out of this. I hope it helps you in July, the month to come. In the next week, I'm going to do a video on vision boards and making a vision board. And I'm going to work on one, and a real one about what I really want. I'm going to share my vision board I create. Oh, well, you can watch the video anytime now, Ness. And how to do it, and how to get the most from a vision board. Because, like I said, sometimes we've started on a journey, on a new chapter, or want to, but just have no idea. I don't know. I've been looking and I don't know what to do. And a vision board helps us navigate, maybe explain, show what we are attracted to, what we like, what we want now in our lives. Like, not what we have thought we've wanted or what we've had. What do I want now? I've grown, I've changed. I feel this way now, want that now, or don't want it. Um, so what is that vision? What's your vision? So I'm going to work on mine, and I'm going to share it with you, and I'm going to tell you the story about what everything means, what it means to me, and why it's on there. Because I'm not just putting anything, I'm putting things on it that move me, make me think, oh, I want to be there. That picture of the forest, that picture of the beach, that picture of a alone, maybe just in a line relaxing, on a lazy boy. I don't know what your vision is. It could be almost anything, as long as it's your vision. You know where you'd like to see yourself doing. Where would it be? What would you be doing? Who would you be doing it with? How would you be doing it? You can cut pictures out of magazines, you can use cloth, you can use multimedia, jewelry, shells, anything you want to express how you feel and what you want around you know. So, anyway, I'll do that next week, to give you an idea of what to do. And it's a really good creative expression. And especially when we have to explain the story of because we can make it and it can just sit there in the corner. But you really should tell why. Why is that there? Why is that there? And it's great when people can ask you questions like, why do you have shells on there? You live in the mountain, or why do you do this? And so there could be reasons for all that. There could be sentimental to do with the family that makes you think of that person. And I don't know, but you will figure that out. And so it would be really cool to see some of yours if you decide to do something like that yourself. Anyway, have a great month of July. I love you to bits, and we'll talk soon. If you would like to write to me or reach me about a reading, you can contact me at tinkertarotreadings@gmail.com. It's in the description box below if you didn't catch all that. And I hope to hear from you and talk to you soon. Love you bunches. Bye now. Thanks for joining me, by the way, everyone.